Number 1. 1944 D Wheat Penny. Today, we're diving into the story of a remarkable coin that has captured the hearts of collectors and historians alike, the 1944 D Wheat Penny. This humble 1-cent piece is more than just pocket change, it's a time capsule from history, a collector's dream, and a shining example of what makes numismatics so exciting. Let's begin by setting the stage. The year was 1944. World War II was raging, and the United States was deeply involved in the fight for freedom. The country was adapting to wartime conditions, and that included changes to how coins were made. Resources like copper and nickel were redirected toward the war effort, which led to the creation of steel pennies in 1943. By 1944, copper was reintroduced for penny production, but with a twist. These pennies were minted using recycled shell casings, adding a unique wartime story to their legacy. Now, you might wonder, what makes the 1944 D penny so special? While millions of 1944 pennies were produced at the Denver Mint, only a rare few stand out due to their striking details, unusual minting errors, and historical significance. The D mint mark just below the year indicates its origin at the Denver Mint, one of the key mints in U.S. coin production. This tiny letter can make all the difference for collectors, as it points to specific characteristics unique to this mint. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1944 D penny is the possibility of discovering errors. Mint errors are like hidden treasures, turning an ordinary coin into an extraordinary find. Some of the errors that can be found on this coin include double die obverse, where the date or letters appear doubled due to a misalignment during minting. There are also off-center strikes and clipped planchets, which occur when the coin's blank wasn't cut properly before being struck. These errors not only make the coin rarer but also significantly increase its value. The 1944 D wheat penny isn't just about errors, though. Its classic wheat ears design on the reverse is a timeless symbol of the era. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, this coin pays homage to the American agricultural backbone while honoring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. These pennies were produced in the billions, but very few have survived in pristine condition. That's why high-grade examples are so highly sought after by collectors. Speaking of condition, the state of preservation plays a massive role in determining the value of the 1944 D penny. Coins graded as uncirculated or mint state command much higher prices than those showing heavy wear and tear. The luster, color, and strike quality can all influence how much collectors are willing to pay. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1944 D penny with a brilliant red hue and sharp details, you might be holding a true gem.so. How do you know if your 1944 D penny is worth anything significant? Start by examining the coin under good lighting. Look for the D mint mark, signs of mint errors, and the overall condition. If you think you have a valuable find, consider getting it professionally graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade not only validates the coin's authenticity but also adds credibility when it comes to selling or showcasing it. Now for the part you've been waiting for. A rare and well-preserved 1944 D wheat penny with exceptional qualities has sold for an astounding $45,000 at auction. That's right, a single penny could be worth more than a car, a vacation, or even a down payment on a house. This jaw-dropping value demonstrates why coin collecting is such an exciting and rewarding hobby. What do you think of this incredible 1944 D wheat penny? Do you have a penny like this tucked away in your collection or hiding in a jar of old coins? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories about rare finds and treasured pieces. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to HT Coins World for more fascinating discoveries. See you next time. Number 2. 1957 Wheat Penny. Today, we're turning our attention to a true gem in American numismatics, the 1957 Wheat Penny. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny, but this coin holds a story of rarity, history, and incredible value that has captivated collectors around the world. To truly appreciate the significance of the 1957 Wheat Penny, we need to step back in time. The year 1957 was part of the post-war boom in the United States. The economy was thriving, technology was advancing, and coins like the wheat penny were still a part of daily life. The wheat penny, designed by Victor D. Brenner, featured two elegant wheat stalks on the reverse side, symbolizing prosperity and unity. This design had been in circulation since 1909, but by the 1950s, it was nearing the end of its run, making these later-year wheat pennies even more special. The 1957 wheat penny was minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The mint mark, or lack thereof, can be found just below the date on the obverse. A small d indicates the Denver Mint, while no mint mark means the coin was struck in Philadelphia. While billions of these pennies were produced, only a select few have earned their place in the spotlight due to their exceptional condition, striking errors, or unique characteristics. What sets the 1957 wheat penny apart for collectors is the possibility of rare minting errors. These errors occur during the production process and turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary discovery. For example, some 1957 wheat pennies feature a double-die obverse, where the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust, appears double due to a misaligned die during minting. Others may show off-center strikes, where the design is shifted noticeably, or clipped planchets, where part of the coin is missing. These errors are highly sought after and can elevate the coin's value significantly. Another key factor in determining the value of a 1957 wheat penny is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better preservation. A penny in mint state, showing no signs of wear and retaining its original luster, is worth far more than a heavily circulated example. Collectors particularly prize coins with a bright red appearance, as this indicates the copper surface has remained untouched by oxidation over the years. But why is the 1957 wheat penny so popular among collectors? Beyond its design and potential errors, it represents the final years of an iconic coin series. In 1959, the wheat penny was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design, making these late series coins a nostalgic reminder of an earlier era. Owning a 1957 wheat penny is like holding a piece of history, a tangible link to a time when pocket change carried artistic beauty and cultural significance. If you think you might have a valuable 1957 wheat penny, there are a few steps to take. First, examine the coin under good lighting to check for mint marks, errors, and overall condition. Look closely at the lettering, date, and edges to spot any unusual features. If you suspect your coin might be rare, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Certification not only confirms authenticity but also provides a clear value assessment, which is crucial if you ever decide to sell. Now comes the part you've been waiting for, the value. Incredibly, a pristine 1957 wheat penny with rare features or minting errors has fetched as much as $70,000 at auction. That's right, this small copper coin can be worth a fortune. Such an astonishing price tag highlights why coin collecting remains one of the most thrilling and rewarding hobbies. Have you ever found a 1957 wheat penny in your collection or stumbled upon one in your loose change? Share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your rare finds and cherished coins. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of rare coins. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to HD Coins World for more incredible discoveries. Until next time, happy collecting! Number 3, 1953 wheat penny. Today, we'll take a closer look at a remarkable coin that's small in size but big in history and value, the 1953 wheat penny. This iconic 1-cent piece is more than just spare change. It's a fascinating relic of mid-20th century America with a story to tell and a potential worth that will leave you amazed. The 1953 wheat penny comes from an era when coins were not only practical but also carried beautiful and symbolic designs. This particular penny features the enduring image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor D. Brenner. On the reverse, 2 wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent, symbolizing prosperity and unity, a theme that resonated strongly during the time. The year 1953 was a time of growth and change for the United States. The post-World War II boom was reshaping the country, and coins like the wheat penny were a staple of everyday life. While millions of these pennies were minted at facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, only a select few stand out today due to their rarity, exceptional condition, or unique errors. The mint mark on the 1953 wheat penny is a critical detail for collectors. If your penny has no mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia. A small D indicates it came from the Denver Mint, while an S points to the San Francisco Mint. Each mint's production process had its own nuances, which can lead to slight variations in the coins, adding intrigue and collectability. What makes the 1953 wheat penny so sought after is the possibility of mint errors. These production mistakes, though unintentional, create unique coins that drive collectors into a frenzy. One of the most famous errors associated with the 1953 penny is the double-die obverse. If you look closely at the date, the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," you might see doubling. This is a rare and valuable error. Other intriguing errors include off-center strikes, where the design is visibly shifted, and die cracks, which leave raised lines or marks on the surface of the coin. Each error tells its own story, making these pennies one-of-a-kind treasures. Condition is another factor that can dramatically influence the value of a 1953 wheat penny. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades reserved for coins in near-perfect condition. A coin in mint state will show no signs of wear, retaining its original luster and sharp details. Even more desirable are pennies with a bright red hue, which indicates minimal exposure to oxidation over the years. These features can transform a common coin into an extraordinary prize. While the 1953 wheat penny is often celebrated for its design and historical significance, it's also a reminder of a bygone era in American coinage. Just a few years after its release, the wheat penny design was retired and replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. This change marked the end of an era, making coins like the 1953 wheat penny even more special for collectors today. If you're wondering how to identify a valuable 1953 wheat penny, start by examining it closely under good lighting. Look for mint marks, signs of minting errors, and assess the overall condition. If you suspect your coin might be rare, consider having it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade not only confirms the coin's authenticity but also provides an accurate assessment of its value. Now, let's get to the most exciting part of this story. A 1953 wheat penny in pristine condition, possibly with a rare error, has sold for an astonishing $73,000 at auction. Imagine that, a simple penny worth more than most people's annual salary. This incredible value highlights the thrill of coin collecting and the potential treasures hiding in plain sight. Number 4. 1945 wheat penny. Today we're diving into the legacy of the 1945 wheat penny, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance but holds a history, rarity, and value that could make your heart race. This iconic 1-cent piece is not just a coin, it's a piece of art, a historical artifact, and potentially worth an eye-popping fortune. The 1945 wheat penny was minted during an era of global conflict and change. World War II was nearing its end, and the United States was playing a key role in shaping the post-war world. As part of the war effort, certain materials like copper were in high demand, which had already led to the creation of steel pennies in 1943. By 1945, copper was back in use for pennies, but many of these coins were made using recycled shell casings. This fascinating connection to wartime resourcefulness adds a unique historical dimension to the 1945 wheat penny. This coin features a timeless design that has captivated collectors for decades. The obverse showcases the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner, with "In God We Trust" inscribed above. On the reverse, you'll find the classic wheat ears flanking the words 1 cent, symbolizing prosperity and unity. This design, which debuted in 1909, was in its final years by 1945, making these later wheat pennies even more special as the series approached its end in 1958. Millions of 1945 wheat pennies were produced at 3 mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify the mint where your coin was struck by looking just below the date. If there's no mint mark, it was produced in Philadelphia. A small D indicates Denver, while an S points to the San Francisco mint. Each mint's production process has its quirks, which can lead to slight variations or even minting errors, an aspect that makes these coins even more exciting for collectors. One of the most thrilling aspects of the 1945 wheat penny is the possibility of finding rare mint errors. These errors occur during production and turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary discovery. Some examples include double-die errors, where parts of the design appear doubled, and off-center strikes, where the image is misaligned. There are also die cracks and clipped planchets, which leave fascinating and unique marks on the coin's surface. Any of these errors can dramatically increase a penny's value, making it a treasure for collectors. Another factor that affects the value of the 1945 wheat penny is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better preservation. A coin in mint state, showing no signs of wear and retaining its original luster, is much more valuable than a heavily circulated example. Even more desirable are coins with a vibrant red hue, as this indicates minimal exposure to oxidation over the years. These red pennies stand out and command premium prices at auctions. Beyond its design and condition, the 1945 wheat penny holds historical and sentimental value. It represents a time when coins were crafted with care and symbolized the resilience of a nation at war. For collectors, owning a 1945 wheat penny is like holding a piece of history in their hands, a tangible connection to a pivotal moment in the 20th century. If you think you might have a valuable 1945 wheat penny, there are a few steps you can take to assess its worth. Start by examining the coin under good lighting, looking for mint marks, signs of mint errors, and its overall condition. If you suspect your coin might be rare, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade not only validates the coin's authenticity but also ensures its value is accurately assessed. Now, let's talk about the value of this remarkable coin. A pristine 1945 wheat penny with rare features, such as exceptional condition or unique mint errors, has fetched between $80,000 and an astonishing $455,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny piece of copper could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house.